started. So if you have any objections to being recorded, please let us know. Now I'll share my screen and I'll introduce myself quickly. Can everyone see my screen? Hope you guys can see me. All right.
Yeah, I can
okay,
see.
So welcome once again, everyone. I'm Dr. Chris Ifediora. I live on the Gold Coast in Australia, the Griffith University School of Medicine to be precise. And I'm the president of the OCI Foundation, which most of you already know now. Most of you were told about this in the orientation camps. Today, we're talking about the AgOY Youth Health Campaign, and this is our first meeting, with the volunteer core members. I have to say I've enjoyed every single bit of your pictures, of your videos, and this is the first time I'm getting to put the actual faces to faces to the pictures I've seen. So today is August 20th. So it's 10 p.m., past 10 p.m. Saturday evening here on the Gold Coast in Australia. Just a brief of what we're going to go through today. We're going to look at the OCI Foundation, a brief about myself, the history. Sorry, someone, can we all mute ourselves, please? I'm not sure I can control this with my screen being shared. We'll look at a brief of the history and then who the partners to this foundation are. And then we'll talk about why we're all here today, insights into the AgOY Youth Health Campaign. And then, of course, about yourselves, the benefits to you guys, what roles we have for you. So this is being recorded. Anyone, I can see the attendance is not so great yet. So anyone who misses anything, this will be there to be shared. Please, can we all mute our audience, please? And then we'll look at the app. I know there's been a lot of questions on this app, and the boys among you have been asking why do they need the app. So we're going to talk through that, and then there'll be the questions. So the questions can be popped into the chat box. There'll be time to address every single question. I'll be quick, and I'll try to make it as kind of engaging as possible. So about myself, I graduated from the NAMDA University Medical Center. So I'm one of you. I'm a Nigerian. I grew up, born and bred in Nigeria. NAMDA University to be precise. Then I did a Master of Public Health at the University of Liverpool in the United Kingdom. And then I had the stint with the Harvard University School of Medicine in the USA. Then since then, I've been in Australia. I hold the fellowship of the Australian College of General Practitioners. I'm an associate professor with the Griffith University School of Medicine, and I'm running a PhD, with the University of Southern Queensland. So that's in view, hopefully in the next 1 or 2 years. And that's me, just giving you a bit of a brief. So that's the Harvard University Medical School portal. Only those who have the alumni status will appear on this page. I'm just sharing this so that I'm one of you, and so you would have heard OCI, and we're going to talk through about what that stands. So that's me with a few professors from the University of Griffith University School of Medicine here. The two professors, these are my bosses in the medical school, and this from the Harvard Medical School. These are also professors. These are the men behind the AgOY Youth Health Campaign. These are the people who designed this project that you will see, and hopefully will all be part of going forward. So OCI, as I believe it's an acronym that represents my name. Now, it wasn't supposed to be this way. This is supposed to be called the CERVIBREAST Foundation, but there were some technical issues during the registration in Nigeria. And in an attempt to bury the name, we came up with this initial, so forget the name, the full name, just use OCI wherever you can. We represent an international NGO registered in Nigeria back in 2016, and then 2 years later also in Australia. We are charity, we are not for profit, and we are non-governmental. We are not political. I know that it's political season in Nigeria, and there's been a few temptations for us to, push for voter registrations, but we try to stay away from that. We try to focus on what we do. So I'm saying this because there's been 1 or 2 posts in the group where people are trying to, kind of bring in what's in the air across Nigeria. We have trustees and directors from all over the world, precisely 4 different continents in Africa, in Europe, in North America, and in Australasia. I had hoped all of them would be here today. Unfortunately, the time difference, we only had 1 week notice here. Dr. Eche is actually one of the trustees, so Eche, good that they can see your face from the USA. Now, this whole organization was established by a Nigerian and for Nigerians. And hopefully we'll work with you to deliver it, for Nigerians. And we are set on a tripod of activities. I know in the chat room, there's been a lot of questions. What's this foundation about? What do we do? So we have 3 legs, a tripod of activities, and we'll go through that quickly now. So first, we promote the education. The education component actually at this stage does not, kind of concern most of you. We offer 6 sets of scholarship, and the standard one there is the LAMS, which is for medical students across Nigeria. I don't know if there's any medical student here today. I know there's been a few medical student volunteers, but we do have something like that. And most of our scholarships are tied from junior secondary school up to the university levels. But like I said, it's not the bone of contention today. We also are there to advance social and public welfare and empowerment. Now, you would have had a bit of a taste of this. The social events that most of you have seen some beautiful and handsome faces, in the pageantry, Mr. Macho and Miss NYSC. So that's part of why we are there, social and public welfare. I've also seen some debates, I've seen some quizzes and a few different things. So it's part of what we do. And then the most important and why we are here is we're promoting and advancing health. And, on health, we have the Gynocular Project, but the star project is the AmOY Youth Health Campaign. So this is the scope of who we are, and the AmOY Youth Health Campaign is what we're going to be talking about in detail going forward. We have a number of partners, which I believe most of you would have heard about in the camp. The NYSC is our biggest partner, but we also have the Office of the Nigerian First Lady, that's Dr. Aisha Buhari. I don't know how many of you know that she runs the Future Assured Foundation, which is our NGO. So we're in partnership with her and our NGO. The Nigerian Cancer Society, Dr. Damu, I don't know if you're here yet, please let me know. My screen is being shared, so I can't see you. Dr. Damu is the president of the Nigerian Cancer Society, and he's been a very crucial personality and factor in the successes we have enjoyed. The Nigerian First Ladies Against Cancer, FLAC, is a group of about maybe about a dozen First Ladies across Nigeria. They're also officially part of this. The chairperson is the First Lady of Kebbi State, Dr. Zainab Bagodoshin-Kafi. And there's about others, I think Enugu, Ondo, Ekiti, Kwara, Niger, I've mentioned Kebbi, Cross River, so just across the country. Then we have a number of federal ministries and parastatals like the FCT ministry, Women Affairs, Education, the NTA. Many of you might have been watching some of our jingles in NTA. I don't know how many people still watch NTA, but it's there every single morning. The Orientation Agency and NYSC, which is a body in charge of the curriculum programs in Nigeria. The WHO Country Office in Nigeria is also part of this project. Sweet Home Africa Humanitarian Foundation, founded by our national champion, DK Godfus. Many of you, I don't know how many winners are there who took away the boxes of Jolly Jolly noodles across the country. I've seen the pictures, so they're also officially part of this, alongside the EAKSINs, who now sponsors the raffle draws and offers you guys some travel discounts. And that's something to be taken seriously. The discounts are there for you for every core member that downloads the CERVIBREAST app. You get 15% discount. And for those who win our raffle draws, you get additional 25% discounts. The Ifediora Foundation, of course, the Nnamdi Azikiwe University is officially a partner to this project. The Anambra State Government and many other groups and institutions. So it's a fairly large coalition of members across Nigeria. And these are our partners within Nigeria. We also have partners outside Nigeria. But just a few pictures. So that's myself, that's me here, and that's, we all know her, the First Lady of the country. So that was me back in February. This was January 25 this year. Dr. Fatima, I don't know if she's here today. She is the one beside me. She handles our Gynocular Project, which is our cancer screening project in Abuja. And this is also myself. That's Dr. Damu. I don't know if he's here today. And that's us at the Villa back on February 25. That's the second lady of the country, Her Excellency, Mrs. Osinbajo, and that's myself here. So that was the flag of ceremony, which most of you, this was the beginning of this project in Abuja, and this was February 3rd this year. So that's another picture of that. So this was in Abuja during the flag of ceremony. I just want you to know, to have a feel of what's behind this project and who's behind it. So that's myself again with Dr. Damu and Mrs. Osinbajo, just giving you guys a bit of a brief. This is the Honorable Minister of State for the FCT. This was February 2 this year in Abuja during the launch of our cancer screening project. This was when she cut the ribbon for the project. That's myself again with Femi Adesina. So these are people all part of this project. So when you hear them talk about the OCI Foundation, these are the men you don't see who are actually behind this project. That's your DG, the immediate past DG. That's myself again. This was in Abuja in, I think, February 26 or 27 this year. I know he's handed over now, but he was the guy behind, the initiation of this project. So you guys should be very grateful and very thankful to him. That's the Minister of Women Affairs, then Pauline Talon. So this is our team. This was at the peak of COVID. We donated a few palliatives to the Federal Ministry of Women Affairs. That's the Vice Chancellor. For those of you that went through Nnamdi Azikiwe University, you may have heard me mention that NYSC is officially part of this project. So that's myself and the VC back in 2019. So a few international partners, the Harvard Medical School is part of this. They designed this project. Gynneus is a Swedish company that manufactured the cancer screening device we use for this project. We have QIAGEN in Germany, the Griffith University in Australia, and the universities of British Columbia and Saskatchewan, both in Canada. Now, the Canadian universities are actually the guys behind the online training. Most of you, a number of you have already subscribed and are doing the online training. These are the guys that helped us design that website, that training portal. The Griffith University is behind the research. Harvard Medical School was behind the actual design of the entire concept. While Gynneus and QIAGEN are helping us with the gynocular project for cancer screening. So again, a few pictures. So that was when it was announced that Harvard is going to be part of this. So that's me, and that's the heading. You can see OCI Foundation partners with Harvard Varsity to Fight Cancer Scourge. So this is the privilege. Someone's audio is audible. I don't know how we can reach that person, but this is how this whole project started. And this is the privilege that we enjoy. And this is why we hope every single one of you, not just yourself, but your friends as well, can take this whole project, the AmOY Youth Health Cancer Project, seriously. That's Griffith University. That's Professor Leonard, who is my boss here in the Griffith University here in Australia. So these are the men. You can see him wearing our muffler. So these are the men you don't see who are behind this project. So let's get to the meat of the matter. So the AmOY Youth Health Campaign, let's look at the insights, what's it all about? You would have heard your anchors talk about this, but when I look at the pictures and the videos, I realize that you guys might miss a few, of what might be talked about. So this is a project that empowers young Nigerians like yourself with the self-awareness and the attitudes and the confidence and the preventive behaviors that is necessary to take charge of your own health. The key word here is your own health, all right? The whole concept of this is to empower you directly. Every other thing is secondary, like trying to empower other people. And the whole idea is to help prolong our lives. It was developed from pure research. So this is the first of its kind anywhere in the world. You will not hear about this program anywhere else in the world. Anywhere you hear it, it's basically a concept that came from the OCI Foundation, because we started with pure research. We started with what everyone else is doing. And then from our research, we're able to find out the best way to do this is to target the youths. It's our flagship health initiative, like I said, that targets young adults. We leverage on technology to fight the two top cancers in Nigeria and the developing world. So yes, we talk, but also we try to adopt technology and integrate it into what we are doing. It's a life-saving initiative that is unique. So this is, like I said, is the first of its kind anywhere in the world. It's based on evidence. It's evidence-based. It's realistic. So we are trying to do something that we know we work. We know that it's not something that you have to go to the moon to get results from. The results should be, instant and should be available for everyone and to everyone to see. It's cost-effective. In my view, it's the most cost-effective anti-cancer project anywhere in the world. It's designed to reach hundreds of thousands of Nigerians, and that's why we say it's also wide-reaching. So, in NYSC alone, from what I gather, there's over 350,000 every year that go through the orientation camps. We are trying to reach every single one of them. And we're also trying to reach all the, senior secondary school students across Nigeria. That's talking about millions of Nigerian youths. So it's wide reaching, it's cost effective, and we're doing it at a cost that is quite minimal. And of course, what we try to do is culturally acceptable. We know Nigeria is a very culture conscious kind of environment. So like this program is already functional in Anambra State, should have started in Benue State 2 years ago, if not that COVID came. And then of course we had got some other priorities. But for everything we do, we try to make sure, that culture is involved. We try to work with the local partners to make sure that it's acceptable, in the language every Nigerian understands. And of course, it's designed to be sustainable. So we don't want this to collapse in the next 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 years. Even if the OCI Foundation is not there, this program is designed to outlive and outlast everyone. It has 4 key components there, my youth health campaign. First, it's to integrate this into the activities of the NYSC, which you guys are part of. But beyond that, is also designed to get this into the curriculum of all Nigerian senior secondary schools. This is already functional in Anambra State back in October 2019. So it didn't just start today, even though most of you are hearing about it today. There are 261 public senior secondary schools in Anambra State, and this program is already being taught there for the last 3 years. For those of you serving in Anambra State, watch out in the next 1 or 2 months, you're going to see some quiz competitions across Anambra State. And this is what we intend to replicate across Nigeria. Just 1 month ago, we passed the second bill in the National Assembly. So initially we wanted to go state by state. That's why we started from Anambra. But we realized it was going to be an onerous task. It was going to be a difficult and expensive task. So we decided to put it as the National Assembly bill, make it law that every senior secondary school in Nigeria is going to now be teaching this. So many of you core members will be deployed to senior secondary schools to teach. And this is part of why we are doing this in NYSC camp, so that you can help us, fit into the teaching force in all these schools. Already we've passed second reading. We're hoping that this will get done this year, at least before this current government finishes. So it's already in the committee phases. Now, the third component of this project is the CERVIBREAST app, mobile app. Most of you might have downloaded this. If you have not, please do download it. It's your key to kind of eternal, if you pardon me using that word, access to information on this project. And for those who want to help us extend this project, the app is your companion going forward. It's also a way of making sure that this information gets to every Nigerian. So even though we are targeting the youths, we also have the technological backing to reach every single Nigerian. So anyone this app is free, and any Nigerian, BU 18, BU 60, BU 80, can download this app for free, so long as you have a smartphone, and which I believe over 80% of Nigerians do have a smartphone now. The fourth component is the Gynocular project, which allows us to screen for cervical cancer using digital devices. The technology we offer is actually fairly new. We've managed to convince the first ladies of KB and Niger states to adopt this technology, and they do use it. And it's already been launched in Abuja. That's where you saw me with the Minister of State. We should be launching this in Anambra as well soon, and hopefully across all the states in the years to come. This project has significant support from reputable institutions, like you already know. But just to summarize, the Harvard Medical School is the main party. They designed this project, so we should be thankful to them. And for most of it, I'll end up in Harvard. You thank them because they, even though yes, it's our idea, but they fine-tuned it to the level we see it today. The Griffith University here in Australia is the institution I belong to. They helped with the research and with the ongoing research, which we'll be doing across NYSC camps by hopefully batch A of 2023. I've mentioned universities of British Columbia and Saskatchewan. And in Nigeria, the only institution that's part of this for now is the Nnamdi Azikiwe University in Awka. You would have seen the VC with myself. So this is the project, this is the program. It's the biggest and most important health initiative in recent times in Nigeria. And we're not saying this because we are part of it. The sheer scale of the spread, the number of people, the sustainability, the cost efficacy, and that's the reason why we have the international support. The high school, that's the senior secondary school version, like I mentioned, is already functional in Anambra State. It targets young Nigerian adults. Now, maybe you would have heard, but I'll just say this quickly. The reason we target young adults is not because of the semantics, not because it sounds good to the ears. It's because it's the only way to get this to work. Cervical cancer particularly has its roots in the teenage years. It's the virus behind it is sexually transmissible, which many people do not know. Problem is many people who develop this cancer will begin to notice it in their mid-30s or early 40s, but the seeds are being sown in the teenage years, in the mid-teens. So we realized that if we decide to wait till you guys begin to work, it will be too late for many, because the sexual exposures would have happened, the viruses would be there, and by the time you know it's there, it's already too late. So we realize that if we start in the teenage years, in the young adult years, when many people are not sexually exposed, or at least in the beginning, only 16% of Nigerian youths in the age of 16 or 17 are sexually active. So if we get them at that age, many will be empowered with the knowledge they need to prevent this. And we are hoping that before the age of 20, before many people become sexually exposed, but even in the young years, maybe most of you should be in the late teens or early 20s, or at least by your mid 20s. Now, I've heard a lot of people ask why males. I'm a guy, why should I be interested in this? But as already we've said, that this program is for everyone, males and females, because the long-term benefits can only be sustained if we involve males. Males have the sexual pressure. They push most of the sexual escapades across anywhere in the world. If they know this, they should be able to protect their female partners. And besides, most of the funds required for this test, the screenings, most times is the men that will finance it. I've heard many people say, my husband doesn't want to bring, he doesn't really think it's necessary. But if we empower the men now, you'll find that they will be the ones, they will be willing to spend in the screenings and the treatments required for this. And then most men have females in their lives. You have a mom, you have a sister, you have a girlfriend, you have a wife, you have a daughter. So at the end of the day, we are surrounded by women. So it's a program for everyone. So if you hear somebody say, well, I'm a guy, this is not for me, I don't have a vagina, I don't have a breast, say, no, gentlemen, there's a reason why you're involved. And this is very important that everyone takes this seriously. This program, one of its unique features is that it has measures that will ensure engagement. So, and this is unique to us. Now, we realize that many NGOs do some of these talks, the same thing we do, but they do it and they walk away, all right? They empower maybe 1,000, 5,000, and that's it. It's good for the news, it's good for the media. But the research we conducted showed that 6 months down the line, nobody remembers anything that was said. Everyone walks away and that's it. So we've designed a program, and that's part of the AmOY Youth Health Program, that ensures engagement with it, ongoing engagement. So we have inbuilt assessments. Some of you in the camps might have been told to do some quizzes, and that's part of why we do that. In the senior secondary schools, it's part of it's going to be part of their exams, and it counts towards their pass or failures in the civic education subject. The other engagement measure is to repeat this program, all right? So we don't just do one-off talks. Research shows that repetition helps transform learning to habits. The actual program you're seeing, there's supposed to be 2 talks in the NYSC camp, not just the 1 talk. So we're still working this out, and hopefully we'll succeed soon. But in senior secondary schools, these programs are taught repeatedly from SS1, SS2, and SS3. And then finally, the final engagement measure is the giveaways. Some of you would have won our raffle draws. But the whole idea is not just for the fun of it, it's a way to ensure engagement to this program. So the amount involved may be small, maybe 5,000 relatively, but the benefits will run into hundreds of thousands, if not millions of naira. For those who have cancer, you can ask, the treatment runs into, and that's just the monetary cost. The emotional cost, the social cost is way more than that. So by this knowledge alone, you would be getting a lot. And of course, the quiz competitions go, like I said, those in Anambra would see this firsthand, and we'll be sharing this in the WhatsApp group. So, and volunteer core members, most of you in Anambra should let us know, because you might want to be part of this. There will be zonal competitions and statewide competitions between now and February next year. So you can all be part of this. All right, Anambra for now, but other states will be joining soon. Now, a lot of you have asked, what's in it for me? What do we stand to gain by being part of this project? Well, we've summarized the benefits into 7. Your anchors in the various camps might have talked about this, but I'll just run through them quickly here so that we know. There are health gains, and this is the main gain, all right? And it's mainly personal. We are all humans. Nobody is immune to these diseases. I don't have a lot of time to go into stories of my experiences in Nigeria when I was there as a young medical doctor, and they all pushed us to this. But the knowledge here is the power. the knowledge to know that any breast lump, the knowledge to know that any breast discharge, any ulcer in your nipple can be a death sentence. Thankfully, most of them are not, but you need to be able not to ignore it, and not just for yourself, but also for your family members, you know, your mom, your sisters. You know, don't let them blame any lump on village people. It's not village people. These are real medical issues, and you should be able to seek for medical help as soon as you notice anything suspicious. So the gain is there, and it's huge, and it's not quantifiable to money. There are also financial gains. I mean, the finances can be short-term. For those who want the raffle draw, is 5K. It's not very huge, but like I said, you know, it can buy you data, it can buy your transport money, it can be something for you to drink with your friends. But it's again, but on the long term, this can boost your employability. This can boost your chances with working in international NGOs. You've seen the guys behind us, so it's big. It can also give you some teaching skills. Like we said, you know, for those that will come after you, would have passed this in the National Assembly bill, it would have become law. So they will be able to teach with the legal backing passed in the National Assembly, but you would build your teaching skills going forward, even if you're going to be a teacher in life. This could also be part of your CDS projects. I know most of you have asked about CDS for this program. We're still working with your headquarters to get this, to create a CDS group for this program. But even at this point, you can initiate a CDS program for yourselves at your own level, wherever you are serving, you know, in the community you're serving, be it in a bank, be it in a federal ministry, be it in a school. You can initiate your own small CDS project with the knowledge you gain from us. During my time as NYSC, as a core member, I did my CDS. I won a state award. I'll show you the pictures as we go. But this is equally something, because majority of the core members don't know what to do. But by the time you undertake our course, you can initiate something, you know, in your service here. Of course, we've talked about the job prospects, and this is not just within Nigeria. This can also be outside Nigeria. Most of you would have voted us in the Australian Third Sector Award. So thank you all for the votes. We are very optimistic. We are very hopeful that we will win. So that's the level of international recognition that we have. So this can look good on your CV, and this can actually boost your job prospects. Nigeria, we haven't been very good with job prospects for our youths, but this can be the difference between getting that job and not getting it. We've talked about overseas prospects. Most of you that want to travel outside, you know, we've said this in the group, but let me say it now for the records. Those who undertake the course one will be eligible to get references, very solid and strong and powerful references from the OCI Foundation, be it for a job, be it for a scholarship application, be it for that visa you're going for. And as you can see, we are fairly recognized and respected across the world. So that's very powerful. So just 1, 2, 3 hours of doing that course can give you something that would add a lot of weight to your CV. And then, of course, you have a chance with the OCI Foundation and our activities. And this is big because, like, we do run programs across the country. By completing our course, by being part of this program, you can attend. Like soon, hopefully, we'll have President Buhari sign that bill into an act of, you know, the Nigerian Parliament. For the events you can attend, for our quizzes across Nigeria, for any launches we're going to make, you can be part of this. You can be visible in those places. A few notes here. All 7 benefits that I mentioned, they are feasible, they are attainable, but only if you undertake the course one, all right? The online training we have, some of you would have done this program. It's easy. And, you know, it gives you the knowledge you need to do this, then you can truly say you're a volunteer. All right, until you do this, that training, fine, you're a volunteer, but you are actually getting 10% of what you're supposed to gain. To get it to 70, 80, 90%, undertake that training. It is free, and you have the option, different options to do it. Obtain the certificate. That certificate is solid. It cannot be forged. You cannot do a Luwele on the certificate. It's something that can only come by completing that course. There are no way to cut corners. Now the CERVIBREAST, let me run through this, then we'll finish and we'll take questions, because there's been a lot of questions. Those in Anambra, I remember somebody telling me that they're asking, we've downloaded the app, what next? So here is what next with that app. First, it's freely available on both Google and Apple Play Store. So you can download it with your smartphone, be it the Google one, that's the, you know, be it Google, or that's Android, or the Apple or iOS Play Stores. It is free. If you type the CERVIBREAST now, you would find it. You can also share this app using the share button. There's a share button in the menu there. You can share it across all your networks. Like I've mentioned before, it's for men and women. It's not just for men. All right. Now, it has flexible login options, so you don't have to begin to create a new login detail. It gives you the option with your existing Facebook or Google account. You can create a new one if you like, but we'll try to make everything easy. And in that app, we've had a few questions asking, how do we get to begin to check our breast? We need some tips, we need some guidance. Everything is in that app. We've tried to make it a one-stop shop for breast and cervical cancer information. So we've hired some Nollywood movie stars. Ebel Okara is our national, I don't know if you guys know Ebel Okara, but I'll show you pictures in a minute. You know, we've tried to create content that is exclusive to the OCI Foundation. And they've given us, they have to produce a video on breast self-examination. So once you go through the app, just look for the video, it is there. Or you can search it on the internet, on YouTube, it is there. This app contains life-saving videos and the step-by-step techniques on the correct process of breast self-examination. Okay, and it sends reminders. So that's another unique thing about this app. I don't know how many of you have downloaded it. If you've had it for more than 1 month and you did not deactivate the reminder, this app will send you reminders every month. For the women, this helps you to know when to check your breast, you know, for breast lumps. For the men, yes, you don't have breasts, but then it also helps you to remind your girlfriend, to remind your sister, to remind your mom, to remind your wife, to remind your daughter. All right, it's time, you know, you can just put it on your phone. You can choose the right time. You can customize it to yourself. If there are 1 million users, you can customize it 1 million times. So it's unique to yourself. Just make sure that when you download it, you can set it. If you didn't do it on download, you can easily go there and reset it as well. It's all there. I'm going to show us in a minute. For cervical cancers, it sets reminders every 2 years for cervical cancer screening. So it's all designed. When you download it, it prompts you, takes you through the processes. This is the only app in the world that can do this. Okay, so let's take it seriously and make sure we make the best of this. It's also designed to set, to help you locate services for those who want to get treatments, for those who want to get medical opinion. Yes, there's not too many centers there at the moment. We're still working with the Federal Ministry of Health. We're still working with the WHO Nigeria. On the NTA, you'd see adverts come up every morning, trying to make sure that we boost this. Hopefully in the next 12 months, see, the problem is Nigeria is a bit of a slow society, you know, but the whole service centers in Nigeria will be uploaded between the next 6 to 12 months so that you can easily click on the button and find the closest person around you. And the good thing is that they offer discounts. So all the service cancer providers are being invited to subscribe to this app so that anyone, anywhere in Nigeria can locate a service close by to him or herself. If you're in Kafanchan, if you're in Kano, if you're in Enugu, if you're in Rivers, Port Harcourt, anywhere you are, you find the ones close to you. It gives you the names, the phone numbers, and the discount rates from the service providers. And then it also allows you to book cancer screening services. We offer right now we have in Abuja and hopefully in Oka. This service is not fully functional, but it will be soon. And of course, for you core members and for anyone wanting to undertake our training, it gives you access to all the trainings we have for the teachers, for NYSC and course, and for monitors. I have to say, because you've asked these questions before, you know, the training portal you have there is actually for teachers, but it can serve for now. We're going to upgrade one that is fully 100% dedicated to core members. Also, it gives you access to your giveaways, to staff training, and to some quick quizzes that we have. Finally, it allows you to hear directly from myself. So virtually all the videos I've done, all the speeches, everything about the OCI Foundation, there's a link for you to watch every single video back from 2017, from when we started. So a few pictures. So that's what the app looks like. For those who have downloaded, you would know about this. For those who have not, please pay attention to this and download. And you can do it now as we speak. So you can see the two options. You can go with this with your Facebook or with your Google account, or you can create a new one. And once you do that, it prompts you to choose if you're male or female. All right. Once you click that you're male, it automatically takes you to the main content. But if you're female, you know, it allows you to customize this to suit yourself. And then that's for cervical cancer. And, you know, that helps you to track what you're doing. You can reset the reminders the way you want, and then you can turn them off and reset them the way you want. So this is what it all looks like. This is the date. It gives you this data, and you can actually look up front as to how, what, you know, when. So this is the menu. You can see the training courses, you can see the facts, you can see our videos, you can see the booking, everything you want. Sharing the app is all here. And that's some of the videos. You can see Abel Okaro and a few of the images on the breast cancer screening. Okay, now this is funny, all right? So many of you would ask, why are we doing this, all right? Apart from empowering you guys, I have 3 main ties to the NYSC, all right? So what you're hearing is the first one, but the funny one is that I actually met my wife during my youth service here, all right? So I want to share that picture with you guys. So that's me. This was Oyo State. For those of you serving in Oyo State, all right? That's me at the service here in 2004, 2005. That's where I met my wife, and this is us today. That should be how many years after? All right, so I'm sharing this picture so that you know that I am one of you. Yeah, this is us today, all right? So hopefully many of you will get to the levels we got to today. But I owe the NYSC the happiness in my life today. And beyond that, I also did a few CDS projects with the NYSC. That was me back in Kishi, Oyo State. So I did that project, and that's me. And you know, I won an award during my service here. I was the second best copper in Oyo State. So that's us. So what you guys are going through today are what we have gone through. And I'm sharing these images so that you know that I owe the NYSC a lot. And that's me with your DG. That's our legal advisor. Daniela Mokachi is a renowned Nigerian footballer who is also part of this project. So for those of you from Benue, or is it Kaduna? So that's Daniela Mokachi, and that's myself beside him. And these are some of the other faces behind this campaign. So these are some of the Nollywood faces that's also involved in this campaign. Some of you will know Bob Manuel Udoku. Some of you will know Ngozi Ezeonu, Ebele Okaro, and these are all Nollywood stars. Some of you will know their faces. I don't know all their names. So these are the people behind this project. So I'll leave you with a few quotes because we are now rounding up. You know, so, you know, we'll share this later on, all right? But, you know, we encourage all of you to rise by lifting others. I wouldn't go through this, but these are some of the quotes that we share of things that we hope can lift, you know, the lives of everyone. So follow us, stay in touch with the OCI Foundation. Of course, we're all on the WhatsApp group together, but we're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, we're on Twitter, we're on LinkedIn, we're on Instagram, and of course, we have our email addresses. Charles will share all this in the WhatsApp group once we finish. There are many more quotes, there are many more poems for all of you to enjoy. So let us all join hands in this campaign, all right? This is a unique campaign. This can be a lifesaver for Nigerians. Let's do it for ourselves. Let's do it for our families, for our friends, and for our country, you know, as we rise by lifting others. Thank you very much. I'll leave the floor open for questions. Thank you, everyone. All right, that's the presentation. I hope I'm still visible. I'll see any questions. You can either raise your hands or you can ask it in the chat room. All right. Every question you have, anything conceivable you have, please feel free to ask, and we'll address them all. Thank you.
I don't leave, I beg. My daughter don't finish.
Any questions?
Prof, I believe there are some questions on the chat floor.
Okay, help me read them out, please.
Okay, this person said, I am a serving corps member in Niger State and my CDS. Is there a CDS for the OCI Foundation?
Okay, I think I might have addressed this. Might have come while I was talking. For now, no. It's being worked out. You know, it takes a few processes to establish a formal CDS, but that's being worked out, and we expect it should be ready either by batch C of this year or by batch A of next year. But you can initiate simple, you know, personal, I don't know what it's called these days, personal projects by doing this. So this could be something you can do, just take your students through. If you're a teacher or if you're in a bank, you can do this during your bank breaks. Anywhere you work in, this is something you can easily initiate on your own and talk through. But that's if you can undertake the course one, as we've already talked about. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, this person said, this person is asking when the online training is starting, or has it already been done?
The training is ongoing. So all you need to do is to click on the link. So that's the beauty of this project. You can undertake the training at your own time. There's no fixed time where we will all gather and do the training. So you can click on the link, log in, and then start. You have 30 days to finish the program, 1 month. All right. So you can do it maybe 30 minutes every day, 10 minutes every day. You can do it all in one go. But it's something that you can do at your own time, at your own pace, in the comfort of your room and anywhere you are. Okay.
Okay, thank you. This one, he is asking, as a guide, does he need to set the reminder on the app?
Well, the app is designed, once you click your mail, the app will take you away from setting the reminder. All right. However, you can, let's say you have a close female in your life and you want to help the person, your girlfriend. I don't think many of you are married, but for those who are married, your wives, or for your moms, all right, who may not be keen. So you can get a few history and set it up for her. And then the reminder rings, and then you ring her every month to do that. So for men, you don't need to, but if you have a close female in your life, yes, you can.
Okay, thank you. I'd like to ask if, as a volunteer in Delta State, if a volunteer in Delta State can carry on a campaign for secondary school students independently.
Yes,
like
you can. Yeah, yes, you can. So like I'll say this again, those of you in Anambra, it's already in the school. So all you need to do is to talk to your school principal or get in touch with us, we'll link you up to those in charge. So virtually every senior secondary school in Anambra is doing this. So it's easy for those in Anambra. Those outside Anambra, like Delta, as this question has pointed out, you can make it your own. Is it PPE? What's it called again? I don't know what it's called, but you can initiate as your own little project. All right. And but try and make sure you have the certificate before you do that. All right. You can initiate this on your own and do the talks on your own. Yes, you can.
Okay. I believe it's called personal projects. And of course, if you get it done and they recognize your impact, you can actually win even NYSC awards from this. Okay. The next question is asking how safe the data on the app is. Like, I believe the person is asking for the private policy.
Oh, well, yeah. So this app was created over here in Australia by one of the most tech savvy companies. It is 100% safe. We don't, we hired the best and we paid a lot of money to get it done. Yeah, and Google and both Apple and Google made sure that we go the extra mile to secure data. So yes, everything on the website and on the app, 100% safe.
Okay, thank you, sir. I think that's all the questions on the chat forum. The other person is asking for the link for the training, which I would share on the group after the meeting.
All right, there's one hand raised. Hannah, somebody, do you really want to ask a question? Feel free to ask, please.
Hannah Unsayat, do you have a question? Okay, he has posted something on the chat forum. Let me read that. Okay, the question has been answered.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right, sir, that's all the question at this time.
Okay. All right, so we promised to make this a 1-hour event, and we try to make sure. That's why we were happy most of you asked the questions up front before we started. I believe there's no more question. If there is in the group, you feel free to ask. This video will be shared. You can watch it at your own time, and those who missed it can easily watch it as well.
Okay. There is I believe you addressed this while you were talking. This person was asking for the reference. He's applying for Chevening scholarship. It's a UK-based international scholarship.
Yeah, so once you're ready to apply, just we just reach Charles, or send an email, we will do it. We are, so this is one of the benefits, and it's unique, and these references will be taken seriously. They will weigh heavily. So yes, we'll do it. Once you're ready, just get in touch with us and we'll do it. And this goes for anyone that completes the course and obtains the certificate. The certificate is your ticket to getting that reference. Okay. There's another question here. Is OCI Foundation Group in Lagos?
Yeah, Dorita is asking if OCI Foundation Group members are in Lagos.
Yes, we do. For Lagos is one of our strongest areas. So Lagos, Benue, Abuja, Anambra. So yes, again, get in touch with Charles, and and yes, you'll be linked up to the program, to the team in Lagos. Okay, Mary Andrew, I can see your hand up. And Clement, anybody who wants to talk, can just unmute yourself and say what you want to say. We have about 5 more minutes.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, sir.
Hello, good afternoon. Can hear you.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, go ahead, please.
I had a
Sorry, your voice is not very clear. You can type the question if you can. Go ahead, please, if you can.
While the person is trying to get their mic working, this person is asking the certificates, are they gotten from the OCI app? Okay. Hello, Prof.
Yes, no, it's automatic from the website. Once you complete the training, you get the certificate.
Okay, the person asking for my name is Soko Charles Chiboyim, and I'm the executive assistant to Prof, the president of the OCI Foundation. That's me taking the questions, so you can get that. Someone asked for the person taking the question. Okay, it's another. Okay, there's a question again. Please, I want to ask, I intend doing a sensitization on cervical and breast cancer here in Gombe State. I was posted to College of Nursing and Midwifery, Gombe State. Please, can I get support from the OCI Foundation? Over to you, Prof.
Okay, Charles, I think you can address, what was the question?
Okay,
yes, you can get support. You can get support. I may have to join another meeting. Charles, you may take over now, okay?
Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you intend to, can everyone hear me? Hello? If you can hear me, please indicate.
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, thank you. All right, I will take your questions one after the other. The person that asked if they can be able to get support from OCI Foundation, yes, to some extent.